What's up boys, welcome back to the vlog. What are we saying? So lately I've been drinking these green, healthy, tumbler white girl smoothies. I've been having kale, cucumber, matcha, and a bunch of other ingredients. And, oh yeah, spinach as well. Just basically a bunch of green, really healthy sounding ingredients. And you wake up and you just feel energized, man. You feel like you've done yourself some good. It's a good start off to the day. And lately I've been doing a lot of like weird vegan tumbler white girl stuff, but I don't know, it's a fun lifestyle, man. Don't knock it till you try it, because I'm enjoying it. I'm having a good time. I feel healthy and a little bit emasculated, but whatever, man, whatever. Try it out. Yes boys, it is snowing and look at my glorious creation. That's Patricia right over there. She's a beauty, isn't she? It's all mine, folks. Keep your hands to yourself. Yes people, what are we saying? Check it out. So, got some hummus and some of this 3-cheese sourdough bloomer. My god man, that's gonna be incredible. Looking forward to it. I was just in the mood for some baked bread, man, and it just smells absolutely unbelievable. Alright, I'm gonna get into this. See you in a bit. The protein content of this meal is pretty much non-existent, but oh my god! It's gonna be incredible, mate. Right lads, we're gonna be doing some yoga. I'm gonna time lapse it. If you don't do it already, then pick it up, because especially right now with the gyms closed, yoga is just a great thing to do. I feel great mentally, I feel great physically, and it's just great for performance in my opinion. I feel like my flexibility has improved drastically, my mind-muscle connection's improved. Just so many reasons to do it, so pick it up if you haven't already. Yes lads, gonna be doing some Wim Hof breathing this morning. This is gonna get pretty weird, so don't know what to tell you.
Whatever it takes, relax. Are you ready? Here we go. Let your breathing return to normal as you finish up the round. Move your body bit by bit, starting with your fingers and your toes. Let your breathing normalize.
Oh my god. Yeah, would 100% recommend adding that into your routine. I just feel like I get really mindful throughout the day afterwards. My body feels great afterwards, and it just reduces inflammation for me personally. I struggle with that quite a bit, so yeah, add it into your routine, boys. I think next up we're going to be hitting a workout at Abel's, so I'll probably film some clips from that. See you there.
There we go. Swole, mate. Swole neck.
Neck. Yes boys, so it's the next day and basically I've just set myself the goal of learning how to backflip this year, and because I've set it on the internet, due to that sweet pull of external validation, you can expect me to do it because I've made myself accountable. And if I don't, feel free to set all my shit on fire because I've lied to the internet and no one's gonna like me anymore. So anyways, today I'm gonna be training some delts with Abel. Yes people, welcome back. Today we're going to be going over the cutting strategy for 2021. So, the rules are as follows. Number one, got to track my calories. I'm going to be tracking to 3,000 calories, but I'm going to be eating less than I actually track for, just because I find this is like a good strategy for me psychologically, because it looks like I'm eating 3,000 when in reality I'm probably eating close to like 2,600. Rule number two is I'm going to be utilizing fasting because I find that's the easiest way for me to reduce the amount of calories I consume throughout the day. Just eating in a smaller window of time is quite an easy strategy because you don't get as hungry in the morning. Rule number three is 10k steps a day. This is something I've been pretty lazy with as of late just because the weather hasn't been ideal. But bad weather is no excuse. I'm gonna make up what I miss as well. So if I say do 7k steps on one day, then the next day I have to do 13k. Walking is just a massively underrated form of cardio. It's low intensity, it won't increase your hunger as much, and you're more likely to retain your muscle. Rule number four is progressive overload. I'm gonna be training with the intent to build muscle, and that's just a way of retaining as much muscle as I can whilst losing as much fat as I can. Rule number five is stay busy. So I don't want to be living meal to meal. I want to be living life as I would normally. So I'm just gonna be doing stuff like yoga. I'm just gonna make sure I socialize with my housemates and watch films and, you know, do what I would do normally. Obviously in lockdown, there's a huge tendency just to get lazy and snack or not really do shit, but I want to make sure that I'm keeping busy, keeping myself occupied to avoid any unnecessary snacking. So those are the non-negotiable rules of this cut, but there's also some fat loss tools and like tips and tricks that I'm going to be utilizing. So not all of this will apply to everyone, this is just what works for me, so take it with a grain of salt. I'm going to be going low carb because I find when I go low carb, I just crave carbs less. I'm going to be bringing my caffeine intake back up again, so whilst the gyms were closed and even a bit before that, I brought it way down, and now since I'm cutting, obviously caffeine will be a great tool to help me fast for longer and just get me more active throughout the day. Don't buy it if you don't trust yourself, so that's basically referring to when you're in a shop and you see a snack, and if you're second guessing yourself, you're like, oh, I'm only gonna have one. But if you are like second guessing yourself and it might potentially cause a binge, then just don't get it. It's better off just not having it and making yourself something a bit healthier. You will be hungry and that's okay. You're gonna have to expect that. What I'm gonna do is a little mind trick because I'm into stoicism. I'm basically kind of gonna use the hunger as like a way to mentally challenge myself, which is a strategy I've just thought of today, which I haven't done in the past. And I feel like this will be the make or break thing that helps me get through this cut. I'm gonna kind of embrace the hunger and kind of see it as like a mental challenge, which putting it into that context, I reckon I'll have a lot more success. Next little trick is minimal snacking, and this is because I find it's a lot easier to not eat in the first place rather than to start eating and stop eating. Especially if you're just having a little snack, you'll find the tendency to binge is much higher than if you had put it off for longer and had like a bigger meal. Next tip is make it easy and make it obvious. So this refers to snacking in general. If you want to actually set yourself up for success, it's better if you cut up some veg, stick it in a Tupperware and whack it in the fridge, because the human tendency is just to go eat the first thing you see, because by nature we're all quite lazy. So if you open up the fridge and the first thing you see is a cheesecake, then you're going to go for that obviously, because it's ready. But if you've got some veg there and you're just doing some mindless snacking, then that'll be the first thing you grab, and that's just setting yourself up for success really, because otherwise you'll just go raiding the cupboards for granola bars and shit. So at the moment I'm weighing around 82 kilos, maybe a little bit more, maybe a little bit less. It's been fluctuating quite a lot recently. So I'm going to be sticking to 3,000 calories, but I'm actually going to be eating less than that, but that's just what I've got on MyFitnessPal. And just basically tracking my weight as I go, and I just want to be losing weight slowly, but making sure I stay active and all that jazz. So I will keep you guys updated with how it goes. I'll probably film a lot of my meals, and YouTube is just a good way for me to stay busy and stay occupied as well. It's a good way to distract myself from my next meal. So I will keep you guys up to date with how I get on. So yeah, speak to you in a bit. Right, so I'm going to give you a realistic starting point of where I'm at physically right now. So basically I'm just going to do like a side-by-side comparison at the end of this. So we're just going to start off right around here, relaxed. Then we're going to move to the side. And back, relaxed. And then the other side relaxed. So currently I'd estimate I'm at least around 14-15% body fat, and that's being pretty conservative. So let's do this. Right, that's the physique at the moment, and I feel like I've got some pretty decent potential to have some good definition once I've actually cut. So hopefully in a few weeks time I'll be looking sick. At the moment, obviously, you've got to remember throughout the whole cut there will be fluctuations in my physique based off literally just water retention and glycogen stores. So I don't even know right now if I'm particularly flat or if I'm carved up or whatever, but basically my physique will change day to day depending on how many carbs I've had and how much water I've drunk, how much salt I've had. All these things are factors. This might not even be a realistic representation of what my physique normally is, but it's what we're working with today, so it's the start of the cut. So hopefully in a few weeks time we're going to be looking shredded. Well, not a few weeks, a few months more like, but realistic starting point. This is what we're working with. Let's get into it. Yes boys, what we're saying. So just did my steps. It's about 3 or 4 o'clock and I'm going to give you a couple tips for fat loss. So first off, look at the size of this thing. I've just made this, and a massive tip is just volume eating, making sure you're getting lots of veggies in, lots of protein, and just low calorie dense foods. It's a big win, mate. This is probably a lot less calories than you'd think it is based off the volume, but it's a delicious salad, mate. Got lettuce, cucumber, a bit of avocado, some cheese, some cashews, some chicken ham, some Greek yogurt, and some lighter than light mayo. There's probably some more stuff in there, but I can't remember it, so whatever. And before each meal, make sure you drink as much water as you can. That is if you're trying to lose some fat, because it fills you up. Anyways, that's it. See you in the next clip. Yeah, I'm not really good at that anymore, but I used to vape and now I no longer vape, so that's why I'm bad at vape tricks. Alright, I just want it in a bit. Yes boys, this is what we're working with for dinner. So another tip is just pack up the veggies, mate. Look how many greens I've got. This is just a mountain of asparagus, green beans and tender stem broccoli. And then we've got a beautiful steak right here. So I'm gonna dig into this, but remember that, eat your greens, boys, eat your greens, especially if you're cutting. Yes, people, what are you saying? Just woke up, got my green smoothie. For some reason I've colour coordinated it with my clothes, but it's not intentional, I promise. So yeah, we got another bulk order. We got 5 kilos of chocolate whey. 2.5 kilos of chocolate peanut butter whey, and then 1/2 kilo of New York cheesecake whey. I'm really excited about this one. Basically, whey was half price, and I was like, I'm running low, and I wanted to try this out. So that's pretty much it. In a bit. Yes, lads, it's a beautiful day. And I'm gonna end it here on a good note. Hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Subscribe, like, all that jazz. See you later.